This video I'm going to show you my experience with the Logitech 650. I just purchased it and I'm replacing several remotes. Okay, you can see the remotes here. There's 4 remotes, and every time I need to do something, if I want to do anything on to adjust the settings on the television, I have to use the one on the right. If I want to play a Blu-ray, I have to use the one next to it. If I want to do anything as far as watching TV in general, I use the one on the left of the Blu-ray, and then on the very end, if I want to watch a DVD, I have to use that remote. So I've got 4 remotes. They're always getting lost. I don't know where they are, so it's kind of a little frustrating to keep track of them all. Sometimes the batteries run out of one when you go to use it. So I'm looking for something to organize that, and that's what made me look for the Logitech. Now I noticed when I was comparing that there's the Logitech 700, and to me that is a lot more expensive. It's like almost $100 more expensive, and it looks like the only advantage is that it has one more. It has 6 devices it will support instead of 5. Another thing that they would say would be an advantage is that it has a built-in battery that you can charge, but the problem with that is those batteries wear out, and then in a year and a half or so you're going to end up with a remote that won't charge anymore. And that happens all the time with those lithium batteries, and it doesn't have a way of opening it up and changing it out, so you're going to have to take it back and you're going to end up with a dead remote. So I would recommend the 650 for that reason over the 700, because it's better to have batteries because they never go bad. When they run out, you just go get some more. Okay, so here's a close-up. There's the DVD player on the top, the Blu-ray. I have a VHS, and then we go down and I've got my Scientific Atlantic cable connection that controls all of those others. That's what this main central cable, where the cable comes in. And then down here on the bottom, intermittently, I have a Panasonic theater system that I use. Okay, so here's my box, and the first thing you want to do is I went over and I wrote down all the model numbers of the different devices. Now I told you that this one on the bottom, this Panasonic theater system, I'm probably not going to be able to do that because that's the 6th item, and so I'm just going to use these top 5 ones. That's the most important, and that'll save me the most time. If you have elderly parents, this is a great gift that you can give them because they are just frustrated with all this new technology. Okay, so as you can see, I have opened up the box here, and we're going to take a look. So first, I wrote down the model numbers as I showed you. Let's get this, have an iPhone connector out of the way so we can see what we're doing here. And we're unboxing this. And I'm not unboxing it to show you exactly what's in there, but I'm gonna go ahead and I'll put the batteries in there, and what I'm expecting is to have a USB connection that we're going to plug into the computer over here. And I'm going to show you how I set mine up, and hopefully that'll be helpful for you. Okay, they've got a real sticky material on here that's like taped on, so that's going to take you a second to get that off. Be careful not to scratch it when you're doing that. Okay, I'm getting ready to put these batteries in. Just make sure when you do that you push this down. The reason is this makes it so that if you need to get them out later, which you will when you need to replace them, you can just pull on this strip and they will come out easier. Some people will just put that in this way and then put this over the top, but then you have to pry them out. So this is just a little helpful device that they put in there. Okay, so it wants to know what your language is, so I'm going to go ahead and push English. Now the first thing it wants us to do is go to the Logitech.com site. Just plug in the cable. Here on one end on the computer, I've got it plugged in, and I'm going to plug the other into the device. It's right here on the front, and if you look over on the computer, it automatically installs the driver. This is on Windows 7, so it probably does the same thing. If not, then you'll have to download the driver off the internet. Okay, it looks like everything's installed as far as drivers. Now we're going to go to that website that it asked us to open up. When you log on to the Logitech site, you'll get into this area here, and what you'll end up doing is you have to download two software items. One of them is drivers for the remote itself, so that the computer will recognize it, and the other is some software that you can use that will install the icons and stuff. I'm going to go ahead and log into that, and then I will get back with you here. Okay, I'm logging into my account now. I've set up 5 devices, so you can see those devices by coming over here, obviously. And this is what they look like. It has a little representation icon of each of the devices. I had my TV that I showed you, my DVD, the Blu-ray, and this is a cable box, and then this is my stereo surround system here. And these are all the activities. When you first set this up, it has you set up these activities. So watch a movie, it opens your DVD player automatically, and watch TV will open your cable box and turns your TV on and turns everything off when you're done, when you hit the power button on the remote. Now this is an interesting thing. This is buttons, so you can actually go in and you can preset these buttons over here. Let's see. On the remote, see that? You can actually set these up. Now this is one of the coolest things over here. This favorites. Now you can see I've actually gone in and set up favorites for all my channels, and these icons don't come with Logitech. You have to get those yourself, and you could do a screen capture by hitting your print screen command. But here's some of the ones that I put on mine, and when you click on these, like let's just go to Encore Mystery and try to open that up here. Okay, let's go. We'll pick one. Okay, so here's Encore Mystery, and if you look down here, it has the channel, which is 306 in my cable thing, and there's the icon that I picked for it right there. And then when you get to the remote, it'll have all those in there. Those icons that I just showed you actually do appear on the remote, and you can see that they have sample icons on the one. I'll tell you an interesting story. When I got my Logitech all set up, and there's a part where you have it shut down everything to test to make sure that everything's working. It's the part of the power button on the Logitech. Everything in the house shut down. I had 2 rooms that were completely dark and a bathroom, and I could not get the power back up no matter what I did. It was as if the Logitech remote had turned off everything, and then I tried going back to the normal remotes and they weren't working. Well, it looked like the Logitech had basically shut down permanently half of my house. What happened is there was a switch where you plug your outlets in that the wire had come loose, and so all these other 13 switches and the fan and the bathroom lights and everything were all past that on the same connection. So none of that stuff past that worked. So replacing the switch solved all that.